Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hit the bell, subscribe. We have new content coming out daily. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you guys. The grifter is coming to Washington, D.C. on Thursday. I find this whole thing to be just so repulsive. And we're going to cover it throughout the week. But our country is falling apart. The dollar is getting deteriorated because of his proxy war, and we have to be lectured, blackmailed, extorted on the CIA network of CBS, telling us that we're defending the values of the whole world. What values exactly are you defending? This is really important, everybody. Zelensky views himself as a defender of trans values, of gay values, of diversity, equity, inclusion, and ESG. The Ukraine-Russian war is a proxy war of the woke versus totalitarian fascism. I don't have a side in that fight. In fact, I don't like either of them. I want a free society, but I'm certainly not on Ukraine's side. I'm on America's side. And yet Republicans are enthusiastically supporting Zelensky, saying, well, he defends the values of the Western world. I don't believe in modern Western values. Do you believe in modern Western values? Of castrating children at the age of 12? Of pornography in textbooks? Of post-birth abortion? I don't believe in those modern Western values. So Zelensky is trying to say, well, this is all about a value fight. I reject those values. In fact, I reject the modern values of censorship that the American government uses and interfering with elections and putting political dissidents in prison. If that's Western values, we should have the entire Republican Party say, Zelensky, we don't believe in those values. Those are the values of the American Democrat Party or the American Uniparty, not the Constitutional Republic. Play cut 4.
We're defending the values of the whole world, and these are Ukrainian people who are paying the highest price. We can't change Putin. Russian society has lost the respect of the world. They elected him and re-elected him and raised a second Hitler. They did this.
Okay, I want to just go through how unbelievably irresponsible this is. And any Republican, will you please stand up when this grifter comes to Washington, D.C. Thursday and confront the mafia when they come asking for more money? Now understand, Zelensky is just being fed talking points by our own intelligence agencies. Zelensky is a puppet of the intelligence agencies. He came to power because of a color revolution that we executed in Ukraine. But will any Republican lawmaker in leadership say, oh, hold on, time out. Zelensky is not just going after Putin. Did you listen carefully to what Zelensky said? He's declaring war on the Russian people. Typically, when you have these disputes, this is usually what you say. The leader of Russia is no good, but the people are being held hostage by a bad leader. That's usually the playbook of the Central Intelligence Agency. We did it in Libya, we did it in Iraq, we did it in Afghanistan. No. What Zelensky is saying is that it's all bad. That it's 130 million people that are all evil. He's not just saying that Putin is bad. Listen carefully. He's saying that Russian society is bad. This is how you get nuclear war. The way that Zelensky is talking lays the foundation to just drop a nuke on Moscow. They're all bad. They're all evil. No nuance. That Russian society has allowed another Hitler to come to power. If that's another Hitler to come to power, Zelensky, why do you have so many Nazis in your military? If Putin is Hitler, why do so many of the people that you in power in the Ukrainian military called the Azov Battalion have swastikas? Why do you give them military awards? Why are so many Nazis part of Zelensky's chosen military battalion? Can anybody answer that question? And yes, of course, the American government is outright funding Nazism. Nobody wants to mention it. The New York Times finally stumbled into that story 5 or 6 months ago. Oh, it looks like the front lines of the Ukrainian resistance have swastikas. Yes, that's correct. So Zelensky expects more money. more of your money. And your Republican Party just keeps on writing checks, keeps on writing checks. They're all in. They are all in. What does success look like? They can't tell us. Zelensky tells you what success looks like. In fact, the trans person who we said might have threatened, I don't know, my life last week, didn't even clarify his statement. We're going to play that, which, by the way, we got at least 100 emails of people saying, Charlie, do not play parodies on your show. No, it's real. Ryan, get the one from last week, too. It's a 100% real. The spokesperson of the Ukrainian Defense Force, remember, when he says the values, he means he's fighting for the transification of Ukraine. Literally, he has a trans spokesperson. That's what the American government is funding. They're not fighting for constitutionalism. They're not fighting for individual liberty. They're not fighting for the promise of self-government. They're fighting for the transification of Kyiv.